just in case. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who might not know me, my name is Dr. Sari. I'm a doctor and a professor in the University of Ghana, Legon. Also a visiting professor in Warwick University in the UK and Stellenbosch University in South Africa. I do my work as an academic. I do my work as a medical toxicologist. And I do this Max business full-time. I do my job full-time and I do Max business full-time. And you come to appreciate why I said full-time, because some people might not consider it as full-time, okay? But it is a full-time as long as it's also 8 or more hours a day. I do 8 hours in my full-time. I do 8 hours in my Max time. And the reason is what is on your screen, your why, my why. Okay. 4 years ago, this is just to set the prelude for those of you who might not know me. 4 years ago, one of my students actually told me that this business is there. I told the student that I don't think that I need it. She asked why, and I told her that it's simple. I'm not broke. She told me that it's not for broke people. I said, forget it. I'm not interested. Besides, this is like one of those number 1 part 2. And then she told me, she kept pushing me and pushing me. So one day, out of, I might say, magnanimity, I just bought the product and gave it to my mother, just so that she would stop bothering me. And I gave it to my mother, and boy, oh me, what I saw within the next 30 days with my mom's hypertension and diabetes changed my mental gymnastics. I decided to now walk into the premises, again with lots of doubt. And then whilst I was about leaving, a doctor told me that these are the research materials. Okay. And that is going to help you. And I decided to look at them and then recognize the importance of all of this. So I looked at them critically. I attended a number of conferences. I was convinced in my head. See, conviction is important. If you are not convinced fully, if you are not taking the product fully, if you are not mentally ready, you will see that you'll be lackadaisical in the way you treat the business. I was convinced, and then as I gave more to my mother, by 93 days, hypertension, diabetes, and piles were gone. Initially, I thought I would hurt myself, so I would not want to take it myself. So I decided to give it to them first in case of any problem. Indeed, I love my mother, but somebody has to try the product. And they tried and they were all right. I had insomnia for 13 years. I used this product 2 days. I could not sleep beyond 3 hours for 13 years. 2 days, my insomnia was gone. I was convinced. I had the theoretical articles. I saw all the articles. But now I was even more convinced because my own sickness, which was reducing my lifespan, was gone. I was ready to do. And now, you see, I call myself not a failure. So when I came in, I saw some people were earning 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000. But I saw somebody was earning about 78,000. I said, this person is doing it, I can do it. There is no difference between me and this person. If he can do it, I can do it. And then one day I was looking at somebody's binary tree in the system. And then I saw that the person has registered over 200 people. I said, boy, oh me, how am I going to get 200 people? And when I look at my tree, I was the only one in the tree. And then I said to myself, I have to do it. I am not a failure. It's not about anything. I can't fail. If I fail, it means that I'll keep failing in so many things. So I have to. And even if it's not working, I have to do it. And then I learned that I needed to write down my why. And my why is what drove me up to this level. In fact, for those who might know me from the beginning when I joined this company, I have kept my momentum up to today. And major part of the reason is psychology. So when you look on your screen, I have there psychology. Ladies and gentlemen, 80% of what we do in this business is mental. 20% is mechanics. So if your mind is shaky, if your mental psychology is shaky, if your entire cerebral cortex is weakened, you will come to realize that it will affect a lot of the things you'll be doing. You will give every excuse. Why? You know, sometimes a person might give the excuse of the COVID-19. No, it's not me. Oh, it's not me. It's the COVID. It's not me. It's the COVID. And sometimes the person might say that as if the COVID-19 he's the only one experiencing that in his home. But the mind is what is making the person do that. So ask yourself this question. Why did you get up this morning? Why? Ladies and gentlemen, why did you get up this morning? Have you asked yourself that question? Why you got up this morning? And why you got up at the time you got up? Because if you don't have a reason why you got up this morning, it is going to be a little bit difficult for you to be able to know how to take the next move throughout the day. Your why has to be stronger in that regard. So let's begin. Let's begin and understand this why and why the why is important in this business. Okay. Let's begin. The why can be captured as dreams. Not the dreams where we dream with cockroaches, witches, wizards, and those sort of things. No. The why has to do with the dreams we have, what we anticipate in our reticular activating system, and how that is able to help us to be able to move on in other areas. It is our purpose of doing something. The reasons why we are doing something. And this why, we are going to dig into it. It keeps you going. It keeps you going. It guides you. And it's so powerful when there are obstacles. You see, two people can face the same thing. Some time ago, I saw a certain man who was riding a motor. He was knocked down by the car and he was dying. And whilst people were waiting for the ambulance to come, okay, and he was dying, he was rather encouraging us watching him that, don't worry, it's okay, don't worry, it's okay. And right in front of me, he died. What's a kind of faith? So sometimes fear grips a lot of people, so they are not able to move on. But if you have a why, if you have a reason why you are doing something, it pushes you. See, sometimes you do the activity even when you don't understand. You don't understand the activity, but because you have your why you are doing it, you just do it anyway. You go through the pain anyway. Okay? Why would somebody be hanging himself on a tree and they will be begging that the other two people, left and his right, should be forgiven when they were laughing at him? Why would he do that? Because he has a why. He has a reason why he's hanging there. He has a motivation. There is an internally built mechanism moving him, guiding him to be able to hang on that tree. So once a person has a why he's doing what he's doing, it guides you, ladies and gentlemen. It propels you to go through the most painful ordeal ever known in the history of man. So that is the first thing we want to know, that this is a very powerful thing when we go through ours. Every life we go through without a clear purpose is meaningless. And if your reason for joining this business, if your reason for doing this business is the money, you have failed. You have failed mentally speaking, because when challenges come, you will not be able to go through it. If it is all about the money, if it is all about the money, that is why you are going prospecting, writing your list, inviting, following up. If it is all about the money, you can't survive. Because let me tell you why you can't survive. Because sometimes there will be no money. Oh yeah. Even sometimes some of the leaders will tell you that their monies that they were expecting is not what they saw in their bank account. So sometimes there will be no money. In fact, when you are starting this business, there is no money. Is there money? No, there's no money. So if your reason for doing this is the coins, is the dollars, Master, you want to change that reason. And we're going to look at for some of the potential reasons that you might want to hold on to. Otherwise, it will be like you are driving on a highway with no destination, no direction. You are just going. By the time you realize you are back to where you started. So you and I will have to have a purpose and why we are doing what we are doing. Now, let me give you a statement that I learned from my mentors. My mentors, Chris and Tammy, okay, and also Dr. Bright, who also gives me some guidance a lot of the time when I'm going wayward, okay. We move in the direction of our most dominant thoughts. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to pause, think, meditate on that statement that is on your screen. You move in the direction of your most dominant thinking. Okay, if you think that you are going to fail, I have some students in my class. Sometimes some of them will tell me that, say, as for maths, I teach mathematical economics. As for maths, I know I'm going to fail. It's difficult. It's too difficult. Say, I know. And truly, they will fail. In fact, one day, one guy kept saying that when I told him that stop saying those things, he got up in the class and told me, stop what? Huh? Stop what? Stop saying what? My mother failed. My father failed. My brothers are failing. I'm telling you, say, I know that I don't have to be around here. I'm going to fail. And truly, he failed. When I released the results, he came to my office and told me, Doc, didn't I tell you I'll fail? Didn't I tell you? Okay. You move in the direction of your most dominant thinking. If you are thinking about something like a car, for example, when I wanted to buy Milan Cruiser, I kept seeing more Land Cruisers. My mind began to see more. It's like the only cars I could see were Land Cruisers. Why? Because that was what I wanted to buy. I was moving in the direction of that most dominant thinking. And it happened even when it seemed like it was ill-prepared because I was moving in that direction. See, your mind is the most powerful thing on earth. The brain is the most powerful unexplored continent on earth. Your brain is a kind of hidden peninsula, untouched. Once you open it, pooha, you are able to get incredible information into your coconut, and you will be able to conquer a lot of the things because you are what you think about. You are what you think about, and what you think about also expands. So if you keep thinking, I am not beautiful, I am not beautiful, I'm telling you, sometimes you look at yourself in the mirror and you feel like you are kakai, you are like a cartoon because your mind does not see beauty there. Let me give you a scenario. Haven't you ever seen some people, you can see clearly that they are not all that beautiful. They are not all that beautiful, oh. But when they are walking, they will walk as if they have all the beauty in the world. It is a mind. They have a positive mental attitude. Their attitude have defined their altitude. And so once you are telling them, look at that lady, they don't see themselves as look at that lady. They see themselves chest out, bold, beautiful, cacophonic, yokohamic, suitable. And these people, their mind have been redefined. They have reprogrammed their mind 360 degrees. They have changed the circumference of their mental attitude. And so whatever they hold, whatever they touch, it turns into positive. It becomes so positive that you don't understand. Okay? In their pain, they are joyful. And you don't understand. They are always moving. They are always moving. And such is a dominant thought. So look at this block that is on your screen there. This block, you have no option. You have to burn your ship. You have to cross the bridge. There are several ways you can cross the bridge, but ladies and gentlemen, the key point is cross the bridge, break through. So you can see that the red arrow will fight and break through. It will get there. The yellow will go down it and come out on the other side. It will get there. The blue will jump up and get to the end. It will get there. That is the most dominant thinking operating. But another person can come and stand in front of it. I can't do anything. I'm stuck. I can't prospect. I talk to all the people. I've been calling. She's not even picking my phone. I keep calling. The woman just picked up the phone and hung up the phone. Bam. I'm tired. Why? Is it by force? Please. I can't sit down for people to be doing this to me. You see, the person does not have a dominant positive attitude. The person is thinking negatively about the responses. But look at another person. This person hangs up the phone. The moment the person hangs up the phone, you know what he does? He doesn't want longevity. Don't worry, I've got another person. He calls the next person. The person says, please, I'm not interested. Stop bothering me with this. Then he banged up the phone. He said, look at him too. He doesn't understand. He moves on to the next. It is a dominant attitude. And if you have that, no matter the challenge, and you see what happens is that once you overcome the first one, it makes you bolder. You overcome the next one. It makes you bolder. You overcome the third one. It makes you even bolder. Now your dominant thinking expands and expands and expands. So it gets to a point, you no longer see that thing as a problem to your psyche. It is no longer a problem because you have honed the skills needed to survive under the ocean. Between the devil and the deep blue sea, you have conquered that place. So anytime, so some people, they can easily talk to people. You know, another person will be standing there, hey, please, should I talk to him? Are you sure? Should I go? What if he doesn't understand? What if he tells me, get away? You see, he's thinking negative. He's not thinking positive, so he can't prospect. He can't go through the blocks and hit it. And ladies and gentlemen, in order to succeed in anything, in marriage, in business, in life, in anything, you and I, we got to have our positive mental attitude and then expand it in total. And the more you go through it, you become tough. You become tough and you can go through most of the challenges, the duplication cycle in this business. So today I want us to look at what constitutes your why. What should constitute your why you are doing maths? Why are you doing this maths business? What is your dream? What is your compelling reason? What is driving you? Do you have something that is driving you? We've already said that if it is about the money, forget it. It's not going to work. If the money is what is driving you, you won't succeed. Something else must be driving you. And we're going to discuss some of this thing. Okay? So we're going to look at your painful past, your present struggle, and your future joy. We're going to pick them one by one. Your painful past. What is that? Please take your time back 20 years ago. How life was. Some of us have suffered. Check your background. Check the past. Many of us have suffered. Some of us, we used to carry water on our head. In the villages, we carry water. Sometimes you hang your hand down with the water on top of your head, carrying it, and then you step on some thorns. You want to make life. Even drinking water becomes a problem. It was tough. Somewhere living in mosquito-infested environment. I remember the days when I was selling iced water. And those days we used to use cups to sell the ice water. I would go to places where people were building the Sakumana flats, and I'll sell them ice water. I was chasing cars so that they would buy ice water. I sold ice water. I sold things for cleaning the bathroom. We used to call it akasha. I was selling them in Sakumono, making sure that I would take the whole of the Tema, Metropolis, selling. The pain, try. It wasn't easy. Master, people are so hard. Dr. Bright will tell you that he used to go and buy some shoes, bend down boutique, okay, and go and buy the school, the early ones, the morning ones, so that nobody will see him that he's a doctor. And then one day he was really bending, and not knowing that one of the patients that he used to take care of, the patient's son, he said he could not understand why the patient could see him, even the way he has disguised himself. That patient could still see him through the crowd and called his name. Meanwhile, before, he was arguing with the woman. The woman says that take it at this price. Okay, Dr. Bright says he can't take it at that price. He says, no, take it. They were bargaining, up and down. Then the woman shouted, Dr. Bright, and waved. Then the woman looked at him and said, hey, are you a doctor? And he said, no, madam, that's my nickname. People people have suffered. Let that pain push you. Let that pain drive you. Let that pain, see, life, life will catch you. You got to do something about it. Else you are done. You are done. We all have the same opportunity. Why is it that some are fighting, moving on? And you are saying that you can't do it. That you alone, nobody wants to listen to you. You alone, when you talk to people, they don't want to respond. You alone, something is wrong. You have to develop yourself. You have to develop your mental attitude. You have to learn. You have to soak yourself into learning mechanisms. You have to do something. Remember the past and push yourself. Remember your present struggle. Even now, some of us are struggling. COVID-19 has come. Somebody told me that I should write a reference for him. And I said, what for? He said he's going to apply for jobs. I said, jobs. Now, COVID, jobs. For over 40 million people have filed for unemployment in America. 94,000 private teachers lost their job. Over 1 million people in the hospitality and the tourism industry have lost their job. The number of others who have lost their job, we don't even know. COVID-19 is in the pipeline. The World Health Organization has predicted that we may be dealing with this for the next 5 years. A new bubonic plague from China has emerged, killed about 1,700 people. A new swine flu in China has emerged again 2 months ago, killing over 4,000 people. Master, life is a struggle. Remember, look at the pain you're going through. It's not easy anywhere. It's not easy. People are losing their jobs. It's not easy. People are struggling. Right now, so many people, their savings are gone. So many people. In fact, I was talking to a very big man, and he tells me that he has all his savings, they have to go. No more savings. It's a struggle. So look at that struggle. Let it propel you. Let it motivate you. Let it push you to do this and not complain. Do whatever you can to make it in this business. Because if others are doing it, see, you got to think painfully. You have to remember pain. Because if you remember joy, okay, it won't drive you. Okay? When you start thinking painful things, when you start meditating on life, how tough it's been, it will push you to be able to move up in this business. The next one is your future joy. I will show you a couple of pictures on some of these things. Your future joy. What do you want to get in the next 5 years, 4 years, 3 years? What do you see? What do you see in your mind's eye? What do you anticipate that if you continue to do the job you are doing right now alone, without adding this, everything is cool, it's all going to be rosy, fine. We have a battle in the future. Robots are going to wipe away jobs. AI, artificial intelligence, is gradually wiping over jobs. See, right now in the world, many people have started using Zoom. And somebody says that because of the COVID-19, I can't come to the office again for training. Hey, you pay. You can't come to the office again for training. Training is happening on Zoom. The world is changing faster and faster. You got to be dynamic. You got to dance to the tune of the world. Things are happening. It's been said that even after the COVID, so many business people will no longer travel. They will do business meetings on Zoom or other platforms. So things are changing. Now in the University of Ghana, they are thinking about whether online teaching should be now used in many situations. Things are happening. Things are changing. And so you got to be dynamic and change. People are joining Zoom. Instead of you joining Zoom, there are BOMs, business opportunity meetings that are happening. Master, join. Train yourself. Build yourself. See, don't build your business. Don't build your business. Please build you. Build you. Build yourself. Once you see, a lot of us, we spend so much time on Rooney, on Ronaldo, on Messi, on Denzel Washington. We can watch them. We will know their lifestyle. We will know their things. We will spend more time on Chelsea than on ourselves. You spend more time on Man United than on you, on Liverpool than you yourself. Spend so much time watching social media, Instagram. Hey, you pay. You build you. Build you yourself. You have to build yourself. Then you become better, not making them better. As you go to their social media site, you click, you make comments, you give them thumbs up. They are moving on. Master, they're moving on. Are you moving on? So the future should push you to build yourself in this enterprise. Because this enterprise, the beautiful thing about it is that there is no difference between a doctor, a lawyer. I have registered over 50 doctors they have stopped. So there's no difference between a doctor, a lawyer, a shoemaker, a carpenter, or a market woman. We are all the same. It is about your hunger, the drive, your why. That's what's going to drive you. That's what's going to push you to do it. Okay? It's not, I could say that I'm a doctor, I'm a professor, and so even if I don't do this, I'll survive. Master, be uncomfortable with being comfortable. Be uncomfortable. When things are cool in your life, don't think that it's going to stay for life. Oh. Things are not stationary. Oh. Life is dynamic. In case you don't know, you can lose so many things immediately. Okay? So please, look at the future and let it drive you. Let's move on. So what is your why? Now let's get into the details itself, ladies and gentlemen. Now this is a real meaty part of our training today. What is your why? Please take a pen and paper. Once you are listening to me, if you can write them down, write them down. I have spoken to a lot of people, use my own self, and I've identified what is your why. After this, we look at why is your why. This is what is your why. One of the first things that should drive you to take this business and yourself serious. And please note, it's not all about the business. It's also about you. Okay, it's about me. I have developed myself. Previously, I could not talk like this. Now I speak with the audacious, vim, pump and page entry with some intercontinental ballistic Kosovoic missiles because I had to learn. I did not rely on my past glory. I had to learn. I remember doing those training. I'll come to the office. I'll have a recorder, Papa Kwamena and the Godfather. They'll tell me that, hey, you're always having a recorder. I say, hold on. Do you know my why? Do you know why I'm doing what I'm doing? You see, I do this business so passionately that sometimes some people even forget that I'm still in the University of Ghana teaching. But I am. Master, I'm still in the University of Ghana. I'm still teaching. I'm still in Lancaster. I'm still teaching. I'm still in Warwick. I'm still in Stellenbosch. But you see, I have made my why stronger. Why? And this is it. The things that propel some of us is your future self. You give yourself a target. What do you want in the next 5 years? My goal is, in fact, I want to achieve something and I haven't achieved it. I can't mention it here yet. But that thing has been driving me. Okay. My major thing is my family. I want to prove to my family that I can help them, that they can rely on me. I've done some few things through this business. So your family, please look at your family. If you're a father here, if you're a mother here, look at your partner. Look at your children. Are you going to tell them one day that I couldn't do it all? I remember 2020, those days, 2020, there was a serious disease. It was called COVID-19 because it started in 2019. And so many people died. So many businesses collapsed. But I came out on top. That was the time I broke through the crowd. I took my business I was doing, Mass International, which I'm now giving it to you guys as a legacy. I took it so high. And now, 2030, look at us. See, you have a family that are looking up to you. If you can stay on your level ground, Master, if you can stay on your ground, if you can be grounded, believe you me, a lot of people are going to be inspired by you. And what you don't know. You don't know how many people are looking up to you. You don't know how your family are looking up to you. Sometimes when I go home, my father just wants to hug me. I said, that why you hugging me? You are squeezing me too much. He said, let me hug you. Let me hug you. Why won't I hug you? Do you know what you have done? Let me hug you. You're so happy that you don't know how many people are looking up to you. You don't know how many people you are inspiring if you stand on your level ground and succeed. Your parents are looking up to you. Let them. My goal was to, my mother and my father were renting a place. The landlady was insulting my father. Oh, every time, almost every week, every weekend in particular, Saturday, you know, unnecessary insults. They should be talking. I said, Charlie, how can I take my family out of this place? There was no money. And I was a doctor. And I'm a doctor. And you see, because you're a doctor, sometimes everybody will be coming. I quite remember one day my uncle came and told me that if you don't give me some of the money like you're giving your parents, I'll kill myself. Hey, my uncle is going to kill himself. That if I don't give him 1,000 Ghana. Meanwhile, my money is 5,000. I give 1,000 to my mother. I give 1,000 to my father. You two, I should come and give you 1,000. Then me, I'll be left to go 2,000. My uncle put a knife on his neck. That if I don't finish him with the income, he will finish himself. So there were things on my neck. I had a barrel stuck on my neck. It's not easy. It was my why. It was my reason why I said, no, I can't rely on this some pure coins. And then, you know, people are counting on me. When you tell them you don't even have money, they tell you you have. You have. You're a doctor. You're a doctor. You have it. So please don't lie to us. Hey, meanwhile, it's not there. It was one of my challenge. And I said to myself, I have to prove something to them. Today, I freely and honorably and joyfully give it because it is there. The next thing are your friends. They are watching. Master, your friends are watching. You don't know. They keep telling themselves, this guy, he will fail. Max International, I did it. 2016 and 17, I joined. I registered and I stopped. I am telling you, you will stop. You will stop. You just watch. And they are challenging on you. They are betting on you. They are watching. They are hoping that you quit, you give up. Your why has to be stronger. It's not the money. It's because of these people. If it's about the money, you can't go further. Because once you get the money, you slow down. But if it's about these people, you will continue to prove them wrong. Because they will also stand on your level ground and say that you haven't done anything. Your workmates, they know you and them are earning the same salary. They are watching. See, let me tell you what happened last 2 weeks. A professor I told to do this business with me 4 years ago, he told me that I was a fool. He told me that, Kweku, how can you stoop so low? How can you belittle yourself and go and join these network marketing kind of people? Really? Oh, you have disgraced yourself. How could you do that? You're a smart guy. You got a first class. I remember in school, you topped our class. So how could you do that? The man insulted me, Pato. He made me feel so bad. Okay? I felt so bad. I said, how could this man do that? At that time, I was having an Elantra car. One eye was broken. I don't drive at night. And they always see that one eye of my car is broken. So if I make her, they always bring, go and repair your eye. Go and repair your Elantra eye. And that was a pain to me, Masa. So I had a reason. I said to myself, God, please, help me to make it. Because I had to prove these people wrong. If I don't, I am doomed. And you see, if you don't do it, these same people will come back. If you don't succeed, they'll come back and say, hey, please don't complain. Even your colleagues, I've seen some of them, Dr. Bright and Dr. Asari and all of those people, okay? They have all been succeeding. I know them. They are all doing well. People are doing well. Some of Kranti and Co, they are all doing well, okay? Don't stop complaining. Stop. You didn't do it. You can't do it. The same people who were telling you, laughing at you, they'll tell you that you couldn't do it. Forget it. It doesn't work. And they'll tease you. They'll tease you more than ever before. And so you have to win. And I had to win. 2 years, when these same people saw me in my Land Cruiser, some of them came to join me. 19 professors have come to join me. So let me tell you the secret. I've not finished. The real secret is that when that professor now, he knows in his brain, in his mind, that I have it. So do you know what he did 2 weeks ago? He called me. I saw him calling me. I didn't pick. Then he called me and told me that, Doc, when I called him back, I flashed him to see whether he would call me. Straight away, he called back. Say, Doc, You are my body. In fact, I need 14,000 Ghana cedis. I need to handle some car. And so please help me with 14. I'll give it to you. No, I'll give it to you. And I kept quiet. And he was talking. And I kept quiet. And he was talking. And then he finished. And I kept quiet. And he finished. And I kept quiet. And he finished. And I kept quiet. And he said, hey, Kwaku, won't you talk? And I said, yes, I'm listening. He said, I finished. I said, okay. Please, can I call you back? Because that was the only answer I could say. If I don't call this man back, what I will say to him is not going to be helpful. So all I needed to do at that time was to tell him, I'll call you back. He has now realized that among the entire business school, it is me he will come to come and ask me for 14,000 Ghana cedis. Master, you have to prove a point. These people are your why. You have to make it. Because if you don't make it, it will not prove a point. These were my motivation. People were doubting me. People doubt you. These people, you have to prove them that it is possible. They will tease you. And the next thing is your peace of mind. You see, sometimes you might have it, but you don't have peace of mind. You just want to have peace of mind in doing the next thing you want to do. And so this must be your why. And also your spiritual life. Sometimes if you are able, you want to be able to support your spiritual life. And you're doing so many things. So you're not able to contain your spiritual life. But when you can sit at home and do this business, it can promote your spirituality. You believe that, then that is your why. Write them down. Put them down. Write them down, because this is going to be standing on you and helping you when the challenges come. Because believe you me, your why has to be greater than your excuses. Because once you have a why, you will never complain about COVID-19. COVID-19 will just pass. Last month, watch what happened. How many people registered 10 or more? 39 different people registered 10 or more people. So people can register like that. People can register like that, and they weren't registering. You need a why. And when there was a why, a motivation, a promotion, bam, it gingered people. They kick-started. They were motivated, ginger, soaked up, heated up, and they went all out to register several people. So you need to have a why. I'm telling you, every successful person in this business has a why, has a dream, has a compelling reason. Now, that is your why. That is your what. Now, let's look at why you need to have a why. Why you need to have a why. Now, I'm coming to look at you and you yourself. When you have a why, it gives you focus. It gives you focus. Because there will be challenges and there will be some tornadoes. There will be some tornadoes. There will be some things that will come at you. Because of your why, because of your parents, because of your children, because you want to prove doubters wrong, you just say, let me move on. There will be a lot of reasons why you want to quit. I'm telling you, there will be more reasons. There will be more reasons I want to quit maths. I once upon a time called my upline, Dr. Bright. I said, Doc, I'm not a fool. I'm a doctor. Please. Why? Why are people, some people are calling me a drawer. My own students were calling me a drawer. Mr. Longevity, Dr. Mast, Professor Raibosi. My name vanished in the business school. All because of math. Why? Please, I will do it. This is not the only thing in the world. I was willing to quit. I was so close to quitting. At some one moment, I sat down and said, I won't do any work. Your why. If it is strong, if it is strong, it will hold you. It will soak you. It will contain you. And you will go through all of these things as if you're having it easy. You're not having it easy. Master, there are so many people in this business. They are not having it easy. I'm telling you, people are suffering like you. The only thing, we are all in the same boat. The only thing is that we are not showing it because we have a why. We have a why. There were insults. One time, whilst I was teaching, one guy, I didn't even know where the noise came from, and nobody wanted to talk. The guy shouted, Edora, in my class. Oh, the guy shouted, Edora. And then there was silence. I asked, who is that? Who is that? I asked, who is that almost 50 times. Nobody responded. I even wanted to fail the class. I said, let me leave it. My why was stronger. My why has to keep me going, else you will back out. And so, ladies and gentlemen, you need a why, and it has to be strong. It has to be strong. It's not about you. It has to be about your mother, your father, your brother, your uncle, your doubters. Something must be haunting you. It's not about the money. And therefore, you go through. There'll be doubts. I'm telling you, there'll be doubts. Let me tell you, some time ago in this business, some leaders did some things. And I wasn't so happy, and I decided, I was doubting whether I should even stay. I was doubting, okay? There were some things that some leaders did, and I was so pained, and I wanted to back out. But my why kept me going. So there'll be doubts. In fact, sometimes problems between uplines and downlines. You and your team members, you are fighting. You want to just leave it all and go. After all, what? Is that the end of the world? You want to give it all, go, forget it, what? And then so many complaints, fight, bickering, and all of that. You have to have a why, because these things will come, and they will be coming. They'll be coming in abundance. And the greater you go, if you're from a senior associate, these problems will be small. When you become a bronze, they'll be big. When you become a silver, bigger. When you become gold, platinum, your problems, your obstacles will become gargantuan gagamamus. But every step of your way, when your why is strong, you will be maintaining the status quo. You will never quit. You will never quit. Okay? You will never let a day pass for somebody to even remind you to do auto-ship. And auto-ship can be a problem. Do you know that? Auto-ship, 499 Ghana cedis, all of us must buy every month. Auto-ship. Hey, some people, do you know what somebody told me? He said, Doc, please, I beg you, that auto-ship, don't talk about it again. Okay? Food, I'm not eating food. It's not the only thing on earth. It's not the only thing. See, this person had no why. All he wanted was the money. Money, money, money. And so when there was a need for him to sell his product to do his auto-ship, he is not selling the product to get the money for the auto-ship, but he wants money first. And because the money hasn't come yet, he has no why, he is backing out. He says, I'm tired. I'm tired. I said, the volumes will go. Let it go. Let the volumes go. I'm dead. You see, people are more contained. So if you are struggling with authorship, check your why. Go to the dream board. Check the list. Look at the picture of your mother. Look at the picture of the house. Look at the place that you are and the place you said that you want to go. Let it remind you. Let it motivate you. And then the authorship becomes a small thing now in your eyes. Your why has to be strong. But I'm telling you, your teammates will annoy you. There'll be a lot of competition. There'll be super life. There'll be this. There'll be this other network marketing. People will come giving you offers. If your why is not strong, if your why is not strong, master, you will go and join another company. You will think that that is where the grass is greener, forgetting that somebody is watering it. Your why has to be strong. Else you jump from, I know one guy, he belongs to 17 different network companies. He has become a network marketing prostitute. Moving from this network company to this network company, this network. Okay, just last week he called me, Doc, there's another one. Doc, I said there's another one. And then you have been jumping. Do one thing. Focus on it. Water it. The nutrients will come. They will begin to bear fruit. You will succeed. Take it. You will do it. Because I have never seen anybody stay in consistently doing this business and has not succeeded. If you do that consistently, unless you do a laba, okay, but if you stay consistently, you will succeed. So don't jump from one place to another. And because when that happens, your why is weakened. Your stability is broken. There'll be so many competitions. See, some of them will come to you and tell you that there's a comp plan. Hell, this comp plan you people are doing in Maxis doesn't work. There's a better comp plan. That one, the money will come. You don't even do auto-ship. That one, you don't do auto-ship. You just do it one time. Master, we have studied network industry. There hasn't been any network company. You, me, myself, Dr. Kofi Nyakopon, Dr. Bright, and Dr. Calvin Parker. Okay, all of these people, we are contacted first before the network company come. The last time, the Indian ambassador called me. There's a network company coming. They wanted me to be the leader and be the champion. They want to head the organization. They told me that I should start. And since I'm in Max International, I'll bring everybody to me. I said, full achanya. If you're not focused, Opele. I remember there was another company some time ago. Their leader met me at Accra Mall. He says he wants to see how Max is. I thought he was going to register in Max. When we met there, the man told me that he wants to give me $50,000 so that I'll become the beacon of the business, because they hear that I can talk. So he wants me to take that money and just connect the people to them. Master, we have been offered several appetizing things. If your why is not strong, you take it. That is what has happened to some people. They've gone to take it. And today, now many of them are hiding when they see us. Please, I beg you, I will never lie to you. Some of us have sacrificed our degrees. We didn't care whether our degrees would be insulted or not. Dr. Parker, some of you who started a thing, you listened to him. Dr. Parker, he was going to be a professor in gynecology. He quit. Hey, people have sacrificed. So if you don't have a why will somebody be a gynae specialist and leave? Think about it. Take time. A gynae specialist, and he leaves to do mass full time. And you, okay? So please, please say, I beg you, take this business well, because one day your child will ask you, Mommy, why is your nose too long like that? Or why is it too flat like that? Because when the person will see what has happened in the past, the person will regret that you are not taking. Sometimes some people are earning small coins, low earnings. There's not much money coming in. And so because of that, the person says, please, what is 1,000? What is 500? That's not the money I'm looking for. Let me tell you a secret. When I joined this business, and I got the first income that hit my account in the first week, it was about 7 something. And then I remember Dr. Bright called me and said, hey, Doc, it looks like some things are happening small. And I said, oh yeah. When I banged the phone, I said to myself, look at them. Look at these people. Small coins, 720 something. And you're, please. We want some big income, and look at it. But you see, I was looking at the thing in a myopic glass. I didn't have the proper binocular. I had a small microscope looking at the picture, because I forgot that it is a long-term thing. And once it started trickling in, it will take some time and it will come. Today, what is coming is a football field. So please, your why has to be greater than your excuses. You can use any of these things on your screen as an excuse. I'm not getting much money. But the worst of all is the enemy within. This is the reason why you have to have a why. Ladies and gentlemen, there's an African proverb that says that if there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do you no harm. I want to repeat that. If there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do you no harm. So, trust me, sometimes we are our own enemies. Oh yeah. Sometimes we are our own enemy. We are the problem. We are the ones not calling people. We are supposed to call 5 to 10 people a day. We are the ones not calling the people. We are the ones not learning the training so that we'll get the right tools, the right words. We are the ones not doing it. And therefore, we are talking by heart anyhow, and the people are not registered. We are the one. Sometimes we are the ones not using third party. You think you have arrived. And so when we tell you to do third party credibility, you are not doing it because you call the leader is busy. And so you stop calling. The problem is within. The problem is you. If you don't have a why, this enemy within will shatter you. And so your why has to be stronger. It has to be thick, deep, very gargantuan. Then and only then you are going to succeed. And because there are so many things that will give you a reason. See, there are so many reasons than this on your screen that will give you a reason to back out. Your why has to be strong. Your why has to be strong. I don't lie to you. It has to be. So you need to create something called a dream board. You need to visualize what you want. This is a dream board of our Prime Diamond and Chris and Tammy, Jengrath. And the dream board kept changing. And let me tell you, I'm going to show you my own. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, why your dream board is critical. Because each time, whatever you want, if it is your family, you want to take your family on vacation. If it is something you want to give to your husband or wife, if it is something you want to buy for your children, and you put it, a picture it, and you hang it on your door, you put it on your bathroom or your water closet. When you are actually there, you can look at it. It will remind you. It will click you. It will tell you that, Master, hey, I said that I was going to buy this car for my wife. I said that I would take the family on a vacation to the Rhode Island. I said it. This is the picture there. This is the inscription there. I have to do it. Sometimes you got to visualize. You got to imagine the places you want to go. Sometimes you have to go to the net and identify places of beauty. And then these things will ginger you, will remind you, it will keep you on board. See, every leader in this business has done that. And it will help you to, so please have your dream board. It will push you. It will push you. It is a necessary evil. You have to go. Sometimes if it is a house you want to, okay, you have to post some pictures. You have to have the pictures of some house, you know, that you want to build. It will help you. Each time you see the picture, hey, I said I'll build a 4-bedroom house. Hey, I said that thing 22 years ago. Hey, time is going. I gave myself 2020. COVID-19 has come. See, it will move you. It will propel you. Your dream board keeps you alert. And it will help you to keep shining in this business, I'm telling you. Okay? So let me show you how you can document your dream board, ladies and gentlemen. You got to first of all design it. Design it all. Yeah. You have to design it, give it titles. It has to be manya, 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 manya. Whilst I'm talking, you might be looking down there and you see some of the dream boards I had. Okay? And one of them, it has a plan already. You will see the plan and you will see the itinerary and now. Okay? God willing, some of these things have been obtained already. Design your dream board, please. I'm teaching you this thing because your mind is the most unexplored continent on earth. And until you and I explore the mind and open it like a parachute, it will be difficult to fly in the mid-heavens. I'm telling you, this thing has been tried and tested. Design your dream board. Now, when you're designing your dream board, ladies and gentlemen, what would you do with the income you want to earn? You said you want to earn a diamond income. Oh, okay. You want to earn it. What would you do with the money? I don't know. Then forget it. Because if you don't know what you're going to use that money for, forget it. Forget. It's not going to work. So, Lynn, I beg you, write it down. How much do I want to earn? 20,000 every month. Okay. So now I want to earn. But what do you want to use it for? I want to buy this. So let's take an example. Okay, $200,000. I want to earn that to be able to buy a Maybach. So now you know the item you want to buy. You write it down. If it is a vacation in Paris, you write it down. Vacation in Paris. Now, when do you want to have the vacation in Paris? I want to have the vacation in Paris in 2022. See, put it there, 2022, November. And when the time is getting closer, when it's getting closer, then you look at the dream board. You look at the dream board. Hey, Charlie, it's coming. It's coming. Meanwhile, the door is not there. The day is not there. And meanwhile, the date is coming. It will push you. That's how you push you. It's going to push you now to do the unthinkables. Okay? So you got to give it a timeline. At 2022, November, I have to be in Paris. And then a month after that, I should be in Germany. Hey, Master, the kind of income you used to get there, it is your own hula baloo. But you see how much you need to do that. Let me tell you something. Something happened some time ago. I just remember it's so funny. A certain guy told me that he wants to buy an Uber And he went to check the price of the Uber. The price of the Uber was 24,000. And so he started gathering his money. He fought. And then he reached a certain rank. I don't want to mention the rank, because if I mention the rank, people will know the guy. So the guy hit the rank, and then he put some money there. Then he hit the rank, he was pushing. Then he got the thing, 24. Look, the mistake he was doing, that he wasn't following up to know the price. And he has given himself time. So when it was 2 months to do the thing, he fought, boom, 24,000. Now the guy has saved the money for long. He went to ask of the price of the same car is 32,000 Ghana cedis. He came to me, Doc, DREAMBOARD doesn't work. DREAMBOARD is false. It's not true. It doesn't work. It's fake. See, ladies and gentlemen, monitor your progress. Life is dynamic. Things are hard. Things will keep changing. You want to be changing. Know what you want. Know when you want what you want. Know how much you have to put in to get what you want at when. Put these things down. If you don't, see, if I give you $1 million right now, and you haven't budgeted for it, I guarantee you within 1 year, you squander the money. Do you agree with that? Yeah. Do you agree with that, ladies and gentlemen? You squander the money. You will squander the money. By the time you got that, money is gone. But if I give you 200,000, not $1 million, and you have a clear budget of exactly what you are going to do with it, in fact, even before you get that money, you'll be working towards it. And this is a problem. Some people get a boom, they buy a car. They buy a car because the money has come. There was no budget, there was no nothing. Because money is coming, they buy a car. And they buy maybe, highfalutin cars. No. You've got to prioritize. You got to put things down. You got to work towards it. You got to know exactly what you want. And you have to be at pace, because you know that something is at stake by that year, by that month. So your dream has to be clear. Your board has to be clear with an exact date, exact time. So you must have a board and you must have a write-up, a vision write-up. Critical, very necessary. I was always seeing in my eyeball that I want to buy a car. But then I told my brother that I want to buy a Land Cruiser. He said, oh, a Land Cruiser. Okay. But I said, that's the car I want. And I kept seeing more Land Cruisers anytime I'm driving, even though I wasn't actually, having it. But I saw it in my mind's eye. And by the time I realized when I wanted the car, the only car that, the price is matching what I have was that same car, the Land Cruiser. Because I was having that in my mind. By the time I saw the results, the job, 90% of the work was already done. This is known as the slight edge philosophy by Jeff Olson. Please go and read that book. The book called The Slight Edge. The Slight Edge. It says that by the time you see the results, 90% of the work is done. So by the time you see that somebody is a diamond, that person has worked. 90% of the work has been done. This time you are seeing him as a diamond is not the time. You don't know behind the scenes what he was doing. The work, the pains, the agony, the cuts that he was going through. It's happened already. So by the time you get your results, 90% of the work is done. So if you really want to be bronze, if you really, really, honestly want to be silver, the work has to start now. And once it's starting now, don't expect the bronze or the silver to come. There's a gentleman called Melchizedek. I love this guy. This guy has been in this business for so long. He recently became a silver. It has taken him years for him to do that. He was moving towards his dream. He put it down. I remember when I went to his region, he told me that, Doc, it has to happen. But it will happen when it has to happen. But I will never stop continuing the slight edge philosophy. Every little thing will compound. The same way, by the time you see that you have not achieved anything, what it means is that 90% of the laziness has been done. 90% of laziness has gone out. That is why the person is experiencing what he's experiencing now. So we have to build our dream. We have to put in the effort. In ending, what legacy do you want to leave for your team members? Where do you really want to stay? This is in the airplane of somebody, okay? Somebody with his own air hostess and his own room in the air. cruising with a dinner around and some relaxing. Ladies and gentlemen, what legacy are you leaving? It's not necessarily the money. No. What impact are you making? What vim are you giving to the people behind you? Are you sacrificing yourself for your team members? Master? Or it's all about you? Do you check volumes instead of checking their own and telling them that they are closer? Is it you or is them? Where are you going to be in the next 5 years? COVID-19 might be with us for 5 years. And you, in the current situation, what can you do? And please, I keep saying it, there has never been a better time to do our business than now. This is the time when people need income. In fact, there was a man who told me that as for him, he won't do this business, okay? He called me last week and he told me that, is the business still around? I said, why? He said, well, COVID, everybody knows COVID. So you have to diversify. So he's doing it now. So what I'm saying is that people need you. My fellow associates, I'm begging you, please beg your team members, and I'm begging you too, don't you stop this. I beg you, don't you stop this, because somebody needs you to give him a bottle of Salgivity, a pack of Salgivity for him to get his stroke or diabetes or hypertension off the radar. Don't blow it. Don't blow it. Your why will guide you. When you look at the kind of people that need your support, let that hold you on. When you look at the people that are telling you that it's not possible, let that push you, let that drive you. The next 5 years, you have the last chapter of your life has not been written yet. The full stop hasn't been put down. You are in charge. You are in control. You move the pen. You stop the pen. You are the one who is going to say that it's done. But until you say that, don't let anybody outside, inside, the worst of all is the one inside, the enemy within. Don't let anybody stop you from getting to the target that you have to get. Until you become a diamond in this company, you can't stop. You know what somebody told me? Oh, but doc, not all of us will be diamond. Is that what you're thinking? Not all of us will be diamond. Should you be part of those? Not all of us. You are a common breed, different. You are different. You are an uncommon breed. You are different. You were created in the image of a creator whose creativity in his creation is creative. You are not mere person. See yourself like that. Look at the cat looking at himself in the mirror, and all he sees is this gigantic lion. That is what you want to see yourself. You are not mere person. You are not those somebody. You are different. Tell yourself that. And never compare yourself. That is because I'm not a doctor. It's because of, see, anytime you keep doing that, your why is not strong. Rewrite your why. Now let's finish with this last sentence. In order to be here next year, 2022, 2023, in order to be here, your dreams should be bigger than your excuses. What do I mean by that? There will be a lot of reasons why you can't do this business. Everybody knows. We all have reason. The major reason why we all can't do this man's business is COVID-19 now. I guarantee you, it is somebody's reasons why he wants to do this business. It is somebody who registered during COVID-19 period. Do you know that? The same COVID-19 that you are claiming that is the reason why you are not moving on. The same COVID-19 is the reason why somebody has paid $2,500 to register a professional pack. Your mind will trick you. Your excuses will become beautiful like yogurt. Your excuses will make you feel très bien in your heart. You feel you have all the reasons and that people don't understand you. Somebody told me that, Doc, my father died 3 weeks ago. And so we are preparing. So I've put everything on hold. And I said to the person, oh, sorry. Me too, I buried 3 of my family members, okay, last week. The person said, hey, Doc, and you're talking plenty on the pages like that. I say, it's my why. Master, you can give an excuse or you can give a reason, a dreamable reason. Everybody has a reason not to call somebody. Everybody has a reason not to do this business. Everybody has a reason to buckle up, to tight out. But trust me, your why will guide you. And now, finally, if your dream is big enough, the facts don't matter. And this is the last powerful thing I want us to finish with. If your dream is big, if you know your dream, if you know your why, and your why is big, the facts don't matter. First, what are the facts? The fact is that you are busy. It's not a lie. It's a fact. Please note, I didn't say it's a lie. It's a fact. You are busy. Yes, you're busy. Yes, we all agree you're busy. 2, your mom is not well. 3, your father is not well. 4, your children are running helter-skelter. It's a fact. There's no money in the family. It's a fact. You don't even have time. You don't even have credit to make a call. It's a fact. But if your dream is big, if your dream is big, these facts don't what? They don't matter. They don't matter. They don't matter. Let me tell you why. Because your why, if it is strong, everything else falls into place. Death doesn't probably even look so painful to you, even though you feel the pain, because you have a stronger reason. That is why some people can face death. Because the why, that is why the man who was hanging on the tree can face death and beg for forgiveness on those on his left and right hand, because his why was stronger than his excuses. He could have given the excuse, but they are insulting me. They are insulting me. God, let your thunder and lightning strike them into pieces. But he had a why. If your dream is big, if you have an exams to write, if you have a funeral to attend, if you have a wedding to do, if you have some children to take care of, if you have a sick person to do, your why, if it is big, these facts, they don't matter. They don't matter. I'm telling you, they don't matter, because you have a bigger reason. But if it's not strong, if it is not big, if it is not colossal enough, I'm telling you, you will say that, dog, it's not me. It's not me. You, after the COVID, I will shake the foundation of this business. I'm telling you, after I finished the wedding, in fact, one guy told me that after he has married, then he will take this thing serious. When he married, and I called him, he said, Doc, I just got married. Okay, I just came back from the honeymoon. And I know you were giving me time for the honeymoon, but please allow me to relax for 1 week. After that, we'll talk about this business serious. After 2 weeks, I allowed him 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, I called him and I said, how far? He said, hey, Doc, please. The woman has just been pregnant. So please allow me 9 months. Allow me 9 months for her to deliver. After that, I'm going to change the foundation of the man's business. There's no why. Even if there's why, it's not strong. It's not strong. Because somebody, have you ever seen a pregnant woman running? Yes, there's a why. There's a why. And if there is no why, if the dream is not big enough, you will forget it. You will just stop everything. You say, forget it. What do I do? And people will stop. But please, you are different. You are uncommon breed, and you will have to succeed. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much indeed for listening to this program. It's been a beautiful, 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 enjoyable program that we today. What a way.